How's it going, everybody? Smoking Cigars with Howlinblind. This is Sunday, November the 9th. And I am Howlinblind Muddy Slim, with all due respect to Gary Burbank, my all-time hero. Blues guy, Howlinblind Muddy Slim, the original Mr. Gary Burbank. Funniest man in the world. Today I'm going to be smoking that right there. It's a CAO. It's a Maduro. And I've smoked one of these before, and they're not bad little cigar. CAO makes some really nice cigars. They make a big variety of things. They make some low dollar things. This is about $4 or $5 in your local tobacconist shop. And I'm thinking, since because I work in a cigar store, I am now a tobacconist. I'm hoping that's the phrase that I can use. I'm going to check with the officials and find out and make sure. But they make some really nice cigars. They make some low-end cigars like this one's like $4 or $5 cigar, and they also make some high-end cigars up to $12. Matter of fact, the other day I smoked a CAO Triple Maduro. When you smoke those Triple Maduros with the silver band, make sure you have a full stomach. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a great cigar, but it's a full-bodied cigar. My last video was congratulating President-elect Barack Obama on his win, and Joe Biden is vice president. And I still congratulate them and hope that the next 4 years sees a very good improvement for the country. Too many politicians think about, what's best for me as a politician instead of what's best for the country in a whole. Sometimes what they do may not be the best thing for me exactly, but if it's the best thing for the country, then yes, it is the best thing for me. Great cigar. This is definitely going to be a two-parter, more than likely. All of them are. But what I've got today is some suggestions for President-elect Barack Obama. And I'm going to run them by you and see what you thought, see what your thoughts are. And hopefully, if you agree with me on some of these things, contact your congressmen, your senators, and have them make these suggestions to Barack Obama. I think as a country, as America as a country, we are the bosses. We hire leaders through the elections to do what we want done. We are actually the bosses, not them. We're the bosses. And we are right now in a financial situation in this country that's not been seen since the Great Depression of the 1920s. I read a book once that was written by great film star and comedian Groucho Marx, who said the only person who did not lose any money during the stock market crash was Chico Marx, because he had no money to lose. Chico spent his money as quick as he made it. And too many people do that, But then there's a lot of people who are losing money. And a lot of people not making money, businesses going out of businesses and things like that. Now, our government recently did a big bailout of the financial institutions, the mortgage people who loan money to people to buy homes who couldn't afford to make those payments. And I still contend that was the wrong thing to do. That was $700 billion wasted. Now, Barack is talking about right now doing a stimulus package. And what we need, if we're going to stimulate the economy, is a good stimulus package. I have a few suggestions. We know that when the government gives businesses money, like what they did with the mortgage people, that was the wrong thing to do. Because what they did by doing that, okay, those mortgage companies got the money they lost. are part of it, but they still got to keep the homes and kick the folks out of the houses. Now they got the money in the houses. I think that's wrong. That's not what's best for America. What's best for America is, and here's a few of my suggestions to Barack Obama. Number one, and this will never happen because the IRS would not stand for it. How about we have 1 year, starting in 2009, that you can make money on your job and not pay 1 cent in federal income tax. Let's say right now, out of your check, let's say your average gross is $2,000, and you bring home $1,500 of that every 2 weeks. Well, there's $500 going to the IRS. Let's say $500 is going to the IRS or the Federal Reserve or whoever gets the frickin' money. $500 more a month, or actually it would be $1,000 because times 2, because most people get paid bi-weekly. Let's say you had an extra $500 every 2 weeks that you could spend. A lot of things you could do with that money. Pay a house payment, pay a car payment, pay off a credit card, lots of different things. That will never, the IRS would never stand for that. Even though they got all the frickin' money in the world, they would never stand for that. So, here's my second suggestion. Now, I had a friend of mine sent me an email recently talking about the bailout. And let's say we took that $700 billion and divided it equally among everybody 18 years and up who worked last year and made a salary. Okay, that's one thing you could do. Let's say, and my proposal would not even cost $700 billion. I don't think. But let's say the government gave, in a stimulus package, everybody $100,000. If you're the age of 18 and up, and you have a full-time job, you're in debt. No freaking doubt about it. You owe something. You've probably bought a car. You've probably bought a motorcycle. You've bought something. You may even have bought a house. A lot of people, when they get young, the first thing they do, they go out and they buy a home. So let's say, as your stimulus package, the government said $100,000. Think about it. With the expressed intention of getting yourself out of debt. So let's say you take that $100,000 and you don't go out and you get yourself in debt. Let's say you take that and you get yourself out of debt. Good example. Let's say you own a home, or you're buying a home. Nobody ever owns a home. But let's say you're buying a home, and let's say the payoff on that house is $100,000. That means you're paying anywhere from $800 to $900 a month on that home. So let's say, and among that, you've probably got other bills. You've probably got credit card bills. You may even have a car payment and things like that. So let's say you took that $100,000, okay? And I'm not saying go out into the stores and spend it, because, that's the kind of stimulus package most people think about. I got to go out and buy some dry goods and help build the economy that way. Let's say you took that $100,000 and you paid your house off. You paid your house off. I had to repeat that one more time. If your stimulus package was $100,000 and you got that and you paid your house off, you spent every penny of that stimulus package to pay your house off. That now gives you a disposable income of, let's say, if your house payment was $800 to $900 a month, anywhere from $800 to $900 a month more than you had